I'll be teaching you guys how to make make vectors using images. Screen share करने का मसला हो रहा है wait. So basically, I'll explain to you what vectors are first. So this is an example of a vector. Um, yeah. So here's a vector. What vectors basically is are basically illustrations in um, they made to create other stuff, meaning yeah. Vectors are basically computer graphics. They're used to they're most they aren't used in Photoshop. They're only used in Illustrator. They're basically the main part of Illustrator. If you need to make something Illustrator, you need to have vectors. So I'll be showing you how to make images into vectors. So for example, wait. Yeah. Um, I bring in this random picture. So yeah. If you need to make images into vectors, you need to have the picture needs the main part which you want to turn it into needs to be black. For example, I want this, all of this, the mic and the logo on the side to be converted into a vector. It needs to be black to be made into one. So what I do is I select the picture using the selection tool. Then what I do is wait, yeah, so the option written above the image trace, you need to press it. So what it'll do is, okay, it'll convert it into this, like it first it was this, then it's like then it converted into this. So press image trace, and there's also other options you need to do besides image trace. Look at the right side of image trace. There are different options: high fidelity, low fidelity, 3 colors, 6 colors. You can do it according to the photo you want. For example, if it's a simple picture like this one, you can like if the parts are black and the parts you don't want are white, then you can use image trace. So I press image trace, then I select the picture again and press expand. So then I select the picture again. So what I do is, okay, you can either press Command Shift or G. Command Shift G, that's for ungrouping. Let me show. When you go, you can search it above ungroup. So when you've selected the picture, you've image traced it, then you've expanded it like this, expand. So what you do is, then you go to ungroup. You ungroup, you select the picture, then ungroup it. So then it's basically, it converts into a vector. So what you can do now is, okay, so basically the parts you don't want are white. So you take it to the gray part on the side of the Illustrator. When you've ungrouped it, then you can press at the white parts and press delete like this. Yeah. For example, these parts are disconnected. So what I do is, okay, I select the direct selection tool, then I double click the anchor, and then I extend it to here. I can also use the pen tool, but um, like so whenever you need to extend both sides at the same time, you need to press one anchor, then press shift, and then select the other anchor, so you can extend both of them at the same time. So basically you get the idea what you have to do, right? So what I do is, okay, then I select the whole object again, like you have to extend it all over the part, and then you have to group it again. So you go to group, not ungroup this time, but group, and then you group it so you can move this freely around. So if I've ungrouped it, some parts are left behind which aren't connected to each other. So then I go to group, I group them together. You can either use Command G, or for Windows, it's Control G. So I press Command G, group, and then I bring it here, and Then basically what you can do is you can add gradients to it in whichever way you want. So I selected, yeah, wait. Um, so you can add gradients, you can add color to it in whichever way you want. RGB. Yeah, so basically you can, this is an image and I convert it into a vector. I'll show you another image and convert it again. Um, Let me just find another picture. Another picture of Kashmir Day that I picked off the internet. So what I do is I again press image trace. I then take it to the gray part of Illustrator. Then I press expand again, and then I ungroup it. Yeah. So when it's ungrouped, what I can do is I delete it. Sometimes it's not ungrouped. So like if you press it one time, it's not all ungrouped. So you can press it two times and then it'll be okay. So I delete the white parts. For example, if I don't want this logo to be here, I don't want this. I don't want this. All these, the white border, वगैरह, and I delete all of this. Mm. Or if there are a lot of white stuff, what you can do is um, you can take the rectangle tool and you can spread it here so you can cover up, for example, solitary day, then you paint it black. And what, for example, if I want the February to be also erased, if I only want the fist, um I erase February also. uh, if I also don't want this, you can extend it up to here. Yeah. So yeah. So I can what I do is I select all of it again. Since I've pasted the black squares over it, you can, um, uh, uh, for example, if I move this, the black squares and these parts get left behind. So then I select all of it using the selection tool. Then I go to group, not ungroup, group. Then I group it. Um, then I group, yeah. So it's grouped together. Then like I can freely move it whenever I want. So I don't have to select it or select all of it all over again. Yeah. So for example, then I use the direct selection tool. If I want these black, uh, I want these small white spaces to be covered in black, so I can use the direct selection tool. I double press the anchor, also this one. Then I press shift, select the other anchor, then I can extend it. Uh, um, or I can use the pen tool also, so cover it up. Yeah, so I can either use the pen tool or you can use the rectangle tool to cover these spaces up, and then I can color it any way I want. Then, for example, if you don't want some parts of it to be some part of it to be red, some part of it to be blue, you can do it like go to ungroup, like ungroup, then I ungroup all of it. For example, if I want these parts to be um, green or red or something like that, blue is yeah. I go to red. I know it's not appealing, but I'm just giving you an example. Um, so yeah, so then when you color it, for example, uh, if if you've colored it, then you can go here, then you can group it all together. And if you want the whole color to be, then you select all of it and you can select any color you want. And yeah, you have to select it first. So then you can uh, write all over it, वगैरह वगैरह. Yeah, wait. Um, then, for example, I want the color green a bit. Yeah. So what I can do is, okay, I use the eraser tool. Um, then I reduce. Like I can wait. Wait 1 second. So when you need to reduce the size of this, you have to um, use these brackets to increase and decrease. And yeah, so this bracket is to decrease the size of the eraser. This bracket is to increase the size of the eraser. So, for example, if I want to decrease the size, I use the left bracket. If I want to increase the size, I'd use the right bracket. So, for example, if I want to add a bit, like you have to select the object first, of course. Um, mm, I decrease the size a bit. So I can add designs like to give it a bit of texture वगैरह so the illustrator straightens the eraser lines itself so so you get what I want to do, right? So if you want to guys ask something, you can ask it. So I just wanted to teach you how to convert images into vectors. And if you don't know what a vector is still, so you can ask that also. Um, if there isn't anything, we'll be teaching color grading and if we'll be teaching layers and the workspace in the next class. That will be taught by Fatma Osman. So if you want to ask something, you can ask. Otherwise, the class is over. You can go.